Congratulations on the win, Pat.
Thank you.
Good to see you get a pick too. Listen, man, we know you and Larry, y'all have won games like this.
Mm-hmm.
Vance, Cliff, Kyler, Kirk, like these guys haven't been in this before.
Right.
So what does it mean to you to see this team step up, given the relative youth compared to the Seahawks?
It was a great team win today. To come from behind and facing adversity throughout the whole that whole game, and just still continue to stick with it. It just goes to show we're battle tested. It was a couple games last year that we've been in that same situation and we just couldn't, execute those scenarios that we had. But this year, that was one of our point of emphasis, making sure that we're a very good situational football team to where we're stopping teams when we need to and getting points when we need to. And that was a great outing by the offense, moving the ball flawlessly down the field to force the game in overtime. And we should have won the game with the first kick, but Zane, ice in his vein, came back and hit that kick the second time around to give us that victory. So it was a great team win. It's great for the young guys on this football team to know what it takes to continue to dig down deep while you're in games, because you're never out of it. And today it gave us that confidence and that willpower to know that we can do anything possible once we put our mind to it.
Hey, Patrick, congratulations on the win. I like your shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
I want to ask you a couple questions about the other turnovers. What did you see from Budda Baker in that 90-yard sprint down the field? And then how big of a moment was it for Isaiah Simmons to come up clutch in overtime?
That was huge for us. Both of those interceptions were able to take points off the board. Those guys were I believe, within the 10-yard line with the Budda interception. Isaiah obviously icing the game, with that third down call. Coach Vance was very aggressive, and Isaiah went through his keys, didn't play all night. That just goes to show, give him credit that a guy that is committed to doing his job to the best of his ability. He came in and made a huge play for us. And I tell you, you can ask him this before the game. I told him this might be the game where you break that seal, and I'd be doggone. He made a huge play for this defense and for this team to help us get the dub.
Next to Catherine Fitzgerald, Darren Urban.
Patrick, two things. One, do you always give predictions like that to people? But also on Budda's interception and return, what was your vantage point on that? Did you think he was going to have it, and when did you see that DK was coming for him?
I was actually guarding DK, and when Budda caught the pick, so I was in front of DK because I knew the route that was coming. They like to run the Niner boot in that situation, so I kind of beat DK to his spot, and Budda was playing high. I believe it was Carson, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember what back it was, but he played high. I don't think Russell even saw him because he floated it up there like he was wide open, and Budda just made a great play. And as soon as Budda caught the ball, DK took off, and DK is, man, that's one fast young man right there, I tell you, because I was on my horses trying to get him in front of him to help Budda get to the end zone, but I'm 10 years in, he's 2, so he's a little bit fresher than me. But that was a great effort to save a touchdown and obviously helping those guys get a turnover on down. So that was a big play in the game and a great effort by him. But what a great play by Budda as well.
Patrick, when you play a team like Seattle, which is the highest scoring team in the league coming in, they're probably going to make some plays, and even some of the ones they did tonight, you guys had good coverage. How do you mentally get over the fact that maybe they're going to make some plays, but then when you're needed, like in overtime, you guys were able to get the stops? Just
stick to it. Those were just some heck of a catches. We're in the receiver hip pocket. That first one was just, a luck of a draw. If he had to extend his body a little bit, his hand a little bit more, he probably would have dropped it. But he kind of cradled it, and it kind of like fell in the perfect pocket for him to cradle that ball. But I was in great position. If we were playing any other quarterback, that throw wouldn't have been thrown because Russell is able to give himself by extra time because I quick jammed him. He was like 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And the next thing you know, he ran like 3 routes in one to get open. He ran a dig and tried to go to the post and ended up whipping it back out up the field. So, and we got to understand those are plays that Russell, that's what he lives for, those broken plays. And we know if we're able to limit those plays, we'll have a good opportunity to win the game. But we gave them 2 today. It didn't hurt us. We ended up getting a W. So we'll watch this film Tuesday and see what we got to do to correct and come back out next following week with a better outing versus the deep ball.